Hello and welcome back to Alan Wake's American Nightmare. It is the best day ever because while I still have a sore throat...
As history repeats itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
I better find Dr. Meadows' car. That's where the camera should be.
Ah, so you're going to get it first. Clever. But yeah, while I still have a sore throat, it is not as bad as it once was. The darkness is doing its thing. But I say fie on the darkness. And evidently the darkness says fie on me. Whoa! Okay, I knew there'd be something. I'm ready for you. Oh! Was that a darkness grenade? It was. You're not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. Oh yeah. When in doubt, pinky out. Interesting. Alright. Don't think I was as efficient with ammo as I wanted to be. But I also found a radio, so... not bad, eh?
Oh, praise be. You guys are coming through for me. A pretty little light just started blinking on my board here, and that means there's a caller out there. You know, when the hours stretch into eternity like this, when it feels like I'm stuck in a rut and just reliving the same endless night over and over again, I feel genuinely touched by someone actually reaching out to me, breaking the monotony. I just want you to know that it really matters to me. Caller, you're on the air.
You suck, Eddie!
Did you know that this is my dream job? True fact.
Oh, Eddie. You suck because you're pretty much identical to Pat Maine from the first game, you see. And people don't appreciate that, they really don't. So... I saw a questioning mark, so I'm going to go for it now, in case there is no such opportunity to do so later. Oh, alright. Maybe if we just go around this big bulky machinery, we'll be somewhere. There you go. What have you got to say to us, Dr. Meadows?
When Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael, telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. She'd had a good time, but her social life would always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space. Michael never showed up, of course. He pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
Most intriguing. Now let us get back out into the breach, as it were. Hey, open up. Alright, guys. Gates do not make that sound effect when they open. You've really got to sort this out. There was little to no excuse for that. Alright, this level is really wasting no time. If I hadn't have gone to get that manuscript, just think about where I'd be right now. Alright, you can die. You can just sort of die as well. There you go. Alright, Mr. Grenade Man. Have some of this. Oh shit. Bam bam! Full health. Why, yes. Yes, I will. Thank you. Oh! Another manuscript. Let's see what I've got to say. Cosmological truths.
There are places where our world is worn thin, and another reality brushes against ours. One such site is Cauldron Lake near Bright Falls, Washington. But there are others. That other reality is dark, vast, and malleable, always in flux. In its depths dwell vast forces and alien energies. They're dangerous. But in one of these places, if you know how, you can channel the power of that place and use it to shape reality.
Well, that just doesn't sound like a good idea. Ever, does it? So let's go and have a look. Oh. Oh, but I want to get another manuscript. Yeah, that's right. You let me get my manuscript. What does it say? Also, what the heck is this? That's just like a void. What have we got here? The darkness.
The darkness rose from the depths of Cauldron Lake and took Alice. It needed words. It needed me to write its way into our world. She was leverage, a hostage. I complied, but with a twist. I put in a loophole that gave me a chance to fight back. I was hunted by shadowy enemies, but I faced the darkness. I fought it with light. I drove it back. I saved Alice, but it came with a cost. I was trapped in the dark place below Cauldron Lake.
Yes, yes, I did play the first game. Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much. Da-da-da-da. Now what horrible thing is going to attack me? Evidently nothing, but of course we know it's not going to be nothing. It's going to be something. So, what's it going to be? Birdman! Woohoo! Beow! You can't take my slow-mo dodging. Oh ho ho ho! Ah! Alright, you win this round, Birdman. I can reload a pistol while dodging. What can you do? Alan Wake. A man of many talents. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's save the day. Skibbity papa. Skibbity papa boo. I hear more Birdman! Birdman! Oh, did you just jump into the safe haven? You silly sausage. Come on, bird. I like how bright machine gun fire is. Alright, mad machine gun. Oh! Come on, Alan. There we go. Now, give me, if you'll be so kind, the next manuscript. What has it got to say to us? The nature of stories. Hey, wait a second. It's 2, apparently.
The atmosphere in the projection booth at the drive-in was charged, almost unreal. Despite that, the air felt cool and refreshing this late at night. It'd been a hot day. The summer was nearing its end, but it wasn't over yet.
Alright. And I'm assuming that the one we picked up was this one, The Nature of Stories.
Stories come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. So, whoops. Let's see what this glinting thing is here. It looks like another manuscript page. Well, is it my birthday? Well, it's not, because I can't get a shotgun. And that makes me sad. What have we got here? The Taken.
The Taken may well be the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The Taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
Fair, fair, fair enough, Mr. Wake. Let us go and have some fun. All the fun you could ever want. Oh, of course, she hasn't met me yet. Let's see how she reacts. Is there some bullets? Guess it must be on the inside of the building. Alright. Talk to me, Doctor.
It's you! How dare you! No, wait. It isn't you, is it? I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
Ooh, I didn't even have to fight a small army this time. That makes me very happy. Oh, alright. Scratchy, What have you got?
I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff. Okay, now, guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Low blow, and also you've been watching too much The Dark Knight. What is this? What is this upon my desk? It is a flashbang and a flare or two.
This feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
I'll explain everything to you, because you don't die, greatly enough. I am not ridiculous enough to tell you to wait, even though I know that's not going to work. You get to live. Isn't that special? Da-da, da-da, da-da. Da-da-da-da. It's time to be a scientist. Science achieved.
I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
Well, time is of the essence, but you know I'm a sucker for my dialogue, so we're going to go and dialogue this up. Let her know exactly what's what in this strange, bizarre game. Shabams.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before. We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I, but I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
I realize that you have trouble believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a